One thing I would say is older people have created platforms, whether they acknowledge it or not, whether it's through the platform of forming a political party that some of us are going into to aspire for positions, to aspire to create some level of social change or renewal. It's older people that have set up those platforms. So what I think that older people should begin to do now is to become intentional about the kinds of young people they bring onto that platform, right? The kind of young people they encourage to is either get better or something else. So if I were an older politician, for example, I would want to look for a younger politician who is mission driven, who is driven on some sort of agenda. I want to see how I can use my wisdom of years to help them see things in a more wise manner. Younger people can tend to be very jumpy, but older people can help us see things in more diverse manners than we can see, because they have seen it, and help us see that with our youth we can even approach it than they can approach it. They can see it, but they may not be able to approach it, but they can tell us, okay, you know what, this is it, this is what it is. Now, how do you want to approach it? Okay, you know what, I give you freedom, approach it. Giving us that platform, giving us the leverage, and giving us some sort of the resources that they have garnered over the years. Resources, wisdom, material, immaterial, intangible, all that stuff. I think this is something that they should begin to do now, because of course they will be thinking of legacy. So legacy will not work in a vacuum. Legacy works when somebody else can carry up that mantle and lead. Elijah. Simple.
Humility, I guess, because I feel we young people have this tendency to always behave like we know everything, because this tech age and everything, everybody seems to know everything.
They should share their scars a little bit more and create an enabling environment for young people to be able to participate, right? I mean, that does not mean that young people will just wait and sit and allow it, oh, come, give me, right? But it also means that as much as we are trying as much as possible to get to sit at the table, don't make it more difficult for us to get to sit at the table. Learn from the mistake, learn from their victories, see their stories and know how to rewrite your own story.
No matter how wise you are, older people have many experience. They have experienced many things than younger people. Younger people cannot know more than older people, because Yoruba they say tọmọdé bá ní aṣọ bí àgbà kò lè lákìsà tó àgbà.
There is so many things to be learned. There is something we call the wisdom of the old. It's not a cliche. It is the fact that someone has walked a part of life, and you are definitely going to walk that part, regardless of what your own present day realities are, right? Someone has walked that part of life, and it will be better for you if someone is grabbing your hand and walking you along that part of life. You definitely have to learn from people to be able to grow. And again, it comes to the place of mentorship, stewardship. That is why the generation next is supposed to be impacted by the generation previous. It's just a normal process to life.
I'm such an advocate for young people, but I also think I'm also a very big believer in it's not just about the age. It's about recognizing what you want, what you think you can become, or what you believe that maybe this is why I've been sent here. If you see that in someone that is older, like, the wise thing to do is to actually just learn from them. I would say that we should not despise the older generation, because they have a lot of wisdom. They know how to build systems that outlast them. They know how to stay on something till that thing actually grows, really deep roots. That's something that we are not willing to do. Once tiny discomforts, we have moved on to the next thing, right? So I think that we should look out for the older generation, see if there is something that they have that we can embody, see if they embody something that we would like to become, and see how we can just learn from them as well. Older generation should also be willing to kind of like open their space, their knowledge, their resources in us. I'm even talking about people that maybe have amassed a lot of wealth already. Like, you have so much money, just invest it in someone that is going to make you proud in coming years, right? So they should be willing to open up their space, their knowledge, their resources to the younger generation, willing to collaborate with us, willing to teach us, and most importantly, to pass down whatever it is that they might have built that they think we can continue when they leave. They should be willing to pass that down to us as well.
The older ones are really appreciated, because the success so far we have recorded, and even the failure and disappointments, are majorly from the older ones. They have seen the depths, the length, the breadth, and the height in terms of experience, managing success, having failures, and if they put this to perspective to teach the youth, then it will help them to avoid some pitfall. What they too can learn from the youth is all these youth are very good in the new ideas, innovations, creativity that's come along with social media and the recent technology that is helping to make productions very, very faster.
With our conversation so far, we now understand that solidarity between generations is essential.
The world needs to leverage the full potentials of all generations. Solidarity across generations is key to sustainable development. My name is Didaya Adele, and
my name is Lola Adebanjo. Till we meet next time, happy International Youth Day.